Okay, so this is pretty much what you first see when you come into my guest bedroom slash beauty room. I'm standing in the doorway right now, and you might see some other random things just because this room serves a lot of purposes. There's a bed right there that my guests sleep in when we have guests, and then I've got my little homework slash makeup desk right there that I use when I am filming. There's my little monitor, and then I've got these like box lights, these shadow box lights, and there's one right there and one right there that I turn on when I am filming. But for this video, we're only going to focus on the makeup storage and my makeup desk and collection and that kind of thing. So the desk itself is from IKEA. And I believe that it is the Mickey desk. I think it's spelled M-I-C-K-E. Mickey desk. Sorry if you can hear meowing. It's my cat. She wants to know why I'm not paying attention to her. And then over to the right here, we have the infamous IKEA Alex 5-drawer unit that holds a majority of my makeup. But the reason that I also like the Mickey desk is because there is, as you can see, there's two big drawers right there, like in the front, that pull out, that I put like my everyday type of things in there. So yeah, let's scooch in a little bit closer, shall we? Okay, so I first of all just want to apologize for the lighting in this clip. It's kind of awkward because I'm filming during the day and there's a window right here, and I haven't learned how to have the best lighting in these types of situations, but this is what we're working with. And I just wanted to show you what I keep on top of my desk. And I know a lot of people like to have like these big acrylic organizers on top of their desk and they're piled high to the ceiling. I don't like that. To me, personally, it looks really cluttered, and I like very clean, not cluttered looking space to work with and sit down and do my makeup. So I basically just have over there on the left, all of my makeup brushes. I've got eye brushes, face brushes, bronzer brushes. I have a ton of brushes. A lot of them are Real Techniques. A lot of them are Sephora. But those are probably the two most prevalent brands. I have some Sigma and some Morphe, but more Sephora brand and more Real Techniques than any. And I got those containers, those little white containers that they're in. They're pencil they are pencil holders from Office Max or Office Depot, and I think you can still get them because I was just in there like a month ago, and like I got those like last year, but I was in there like a month ago and I saw them. And then over there on the right, I have my palette organizer, and I just keep like my most used palettes or palettes that I need to remember to use. I keep them out on my desk so that I use them more. The chair, I forgot to tell you guys about the chair. The chair is from Marshall's, and the mirror is from, I can't remember, I think like Bed Bath & Beyond. And that's just like a little desk lamp that kind of moves around this room. Fun fact about my townhome, it doesn't have any overhead lighting, so I have a ton of lamps and I move them frequently depending on where I need more light. So I sometimes have to get ready super early in the morning when the sunlight isn't out like it is right now. So that being the case, it's really dark in here. I have no overhead lighting, and I have to have a light on my face to do my makeup. So that is what that guy is doing there. So let's scooch in closer, shall we? And I can show you these palettes that I keep on top of my makeup desk. So these palettes that I have on top here, I've got a Dior palette here in Greige, and I have two of these Dior palettes, and they come in these little fancy velvet packaging, and I tend to neglect these, and I try not to because they were like $65 a piece. So I try not to neglect them. That's why this guy is sitting out here. So I will remember to use him. And then I've got my Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette that I have been loving the past few months. Around Christmas time I was using this a lot. This is one of her most recent palettes that she came out with, so since it's relatively new, I like to keep it out to use it and test it out. And then I've got my Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. I pulled this out like last week just to, like I said, remind myself to use it. And again, I'm so sorry. This lighting is terrible. I don't know what to do about it. But anyway, there we go. So yeah, I don't really use this one very often, and it's like kind of a shame because it is a beautiful palette. So I just pulled it out in hopes of me using it. But this is probably my most used palette. This is my Z palette that I have built and put shadows in here on my own. They're mainly Makeup Geek. There's a few MAC, like I think that's MAC. Let's see, these two are like random NYX shades that I depotted, but mainly MAC. This is a MAC pressed pigment. I mean mainly Makeup Geek, but like these two are random NYX ones. That one's MAC, that one's MAC, and that one's MAC. But the rest of them are Makeup Geek. And this is the palette that I pull for on the daily. It is my Z palette. So that is that right there. Brushes, palettes here. This first one is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe, the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette that she created in collaboration with Morphe brushes. If I can get it open. I was using this a ton kind of a while back, and I haven't been using it recently, but I need to because those purples are speaking my language right now. They're calling to me. So I've got that up there, and then I also just recently got the Morphe 350 palette. So that is that beauty right there that we all know and love. Okay, the tripod wasn't working, so I am now filming with my hand. I'm sorry, I don't know how people film these makeup collection videos with their tripod. It was super hard for me. Anyway, so this is what the two drawers look like when they are pulled out, and I just recently reorganized all of this and kind of got it to my liking. So let's go to this one. This is the one that I pull out like on the daily. That's what that looks like right there. And so in here I have some mascaras. These are mainly ones that I've gotten from Gratis out of working at Sephora, but some are drugstore. Drugstore mascaras are my favorite. So this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black, the NARS Audacious I got in Gratis, Sephora. What is this? The Sephora is just called the mascara. I got that in Gratis. Makeup Forever Smoky Lash, also got that in Gratis. Pericone that I got in Gratis. And then this is one that I did not get in Gratis because I do not work at MAC. I work at Sephora. This is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash that I use for my lower lashes. So those are all my mascaras, but I mainly use these two guys. So I'm a huge fan of drugstore mascaras, and once these two guys are out, then I'll kind of start going into these a little bit more. Moving over, these are all of my brow products, and you guys know I actually have a lot of brow products, but I pretty much only use these two. This is the NYX Micro Brow and the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper, but I have some Tarte in here, my Anastasia Dip Brow, Maybelline. I've got some little brow brushes. This is the Tarte one. The one thing, I don't know, I bought this Tarte one when I worked at Ulta, and I like it because it came with the brush, and with the Anastasia one you have to buy the brush separate. So these are Sephora brand little concealer and highlighting sticks that I use sometimes to carve up my brows. A little NYX brow mousse and some NYX powder. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, this is Milani, and then I've got some other like random spoolies in here, just clean spoolies for when I want to brush through my brows. Oh, and this is Lancome. I got that in Gratis too. Okay. Moving down here, I've got my concealers. So I've got my Naked Skin by Urban Decay. I've got two MAC Prep and Primes, Radiant Rose and Light Boost. One's pink and one is yellow. I have them both. I've got my Anastasia concealer, my Becca Under Eye brightening thing, my First Aid Beauty Triple Remedy. I've got some, what are these? The LA Girl Pro Conceal. I've got a couple shades of those, and this one I use to cream contour with. And then I've got my MAC Pro Longwear that I'm determined will never ever run out. I've literally had this for like well over a year now, and I still have quite a bit left. So, and then down here at the bottom I've got my NYX Conceal, Correct, and Camouflage palette. Next are my most used face powders at the moment. So I've got the RCMA No Color Powder. And then this is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and my Laura Mercier Under Eye Brightening Powder. So that's what I pretty much use to set my face and my under eyes right now. Over here, I've got my most used primers. This guy usually sits out up on my desktop because he's huge, but just for like looks of things, I put it in here. But that's my Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm that I've been testing out as a primer. Becca Evermatte Poreless Perfecting Primer, my NYX Angel Veil Primer, Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer, Dior Capture Total, Dr. Brandt Pores No More, Hourglass, a little sample Smashbox primer spray, and what is this one? Oh, this is the Smashbox pore minimizing one, and then I have a mini Makeup Forever mattifying primer, and then this is an eye primer, so I don't know why it's in here, but that's a little MAC eye primer. And then over here I have some foundations. I like to make what I call foundation cocktails, so that's why I have so many in here right now. But yeah, nobody needs this many foundations, and nobody needs this many foundations in their everyday foundation drawer, but I just like to mix foundations on the daily. And some days I like a more natural look, some days I like more full coverage, so that's why I have so many in here. So I've got my Cover FX Custom Cover Drops, a NYX BB cream. I love this BB cream for natural days. It's really, really good. The L'Oreal Magic Lumi Too Faced Born This Way, a Sephora one, another Sephora one, Makeup Forever Face and Body. This is a Tarte BB Tinted Moisturizer, the L'Oreal Infallible. I've got one from Exuviance back there that I got in gratis when I worked at Ulta a long, long time ago. NARS Stay Luminous, and the what is this? Marc Jacobs Genius Gel. And then what's chilling back here? Oh, I've got my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. So those are my foundations. And then right here I have all my eyeliners. I wish that these were organized better, but this just is what it is for now. I've got some eyeliners, and then I've got like some eyeshadow crayons. So this is the Marc Jacobs Twinkle Pop shadow stick, and then this is mainly Urban Decay in here, some NYX Jumbo pencils, some Stila. This is my NYC liquid liner, and they're all different colors. I've got purples, I've got a green one right here from MAC, I've got this silver one from L'Oreal, I've got some liquid, I've got some gel, blue, just all different kind of pencil and liquid eyeliners in there. And that's pretty much it for this drawer. Okay, moving on to the next drawer, I have just some random like tool essential type things in here. So I've got some lashes chilling over there, all drugstore, Ardell, mainly Demi Wispies, some more natural ones. Spare lash curlers, I've got some makeup setting spray, some hand sanitizer, I keep some makeup remover in here, my eyeshadow primers, a beauty blender, some more lip balm, pencil sharpener. These are my moisturizers that I use before I put on my foundation. I've got the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base. More sponges over here, more beauty blenders, the Real Techniques sponge. And then I've got just some kabuki brushes right over here and some tape. Over here I've got my makeup wipes just chilling on top. And then underneath is where I keep all of my ColourPop eyeshadows. I find that if I store them in a drawer in an ice cube tray, which is how I had them previously, I forget to use them and they just get lost and not used, and I paid good money for them. So I want to make sure that I'm getting the most use as possible out of these wonderful eyeshadows. And then I've just got some, what are these, Q-tips back there, so... Okay, next is on to my favorite part, and these are my IKEA Alex drawers, and I finally have these drawers looking the way I want them, all nice and organized so where I can see everything. That's really important when you have a large makeup collection, is that you can actually see all of your products, because if you can't see everything then you're not going to use it. So I find that since I've gotten these organizers, I am using my makeup way more than I ever was, like using a more variety of products every single day instead of getting into a rut and using the same products every day when, you know, using the same blush every day when I have like 25 other blushes I could be using. It's really easy for me to grab a new one if I can see everything. So these acrylic organizers are from Sony Cosmetics, and I love them. Actually, I don't know. I think it may be Sunny Cosmetics. It could be Sony. It's Sonny. But I will link all of their information down below and where you can purchase these. So I love them. This is I think this is the 56 compact organizer, or 52. I can't remember. Like, I'll link everything down below. Basically, they have two sizes. This one is for smaller compacts like blushes or eyeshadows, or you can even put lipsticks in here. I've seen people put lipsticks. I just have all of my blushes in here, and then I'll show you the other one that I have my larger compacts. So this drawer holds only my blushes. So I've got some Tarte ones here. I've got 6 Tarte ones. I've got this one in Natural Beauty, Captivating, Doll Face, Glisten, Dazzled, and Exposed. And then here in the front, you may not be able to see these as well, but I've got 5 Benefit box powders. I've got Rockateur, Dallas, Bella Bamba, Hula, and Coralista. I've got my Tarte ones. I've got some MAC ones here. This is a mineralized blush in Warm Soul. I think this is a Extra Dimension blush in At Dusk. I've got Immortal Flower, and then I've got 2 limited edition. This one was from this past summer, and then this one was from a few summers ago. So I've got those in there. I've got 2 NARS ones. I've got Luster and Madly. And then I've got my Hourglass ones that are so pretty and beautiful. Let me see if I can open these with one hand. I'm kind of holding the camera with one hand, but yeah, these are just beautiful. I love these Hourglass blushes. These are probably some of my favorite blush formulations. They are pricey though, at 35 bucks a pop, but they are gorgeous. So, and then I've got my ColourPop blushes in here. And then I've got some drugstore ones over here. I've got 2 e.l.f. ones. And then I've got some NYX in here. These 3 are NYX. This is a Cargo blush. I need to use this one more. This one's really, really pretty. It's just a really pretty, brighter, cool toned pink. It's super pretty. I need to use that one more. You used to get Cargo at Ulta. I think now they're sold at Kohl's. And then I've got these 3 mini cream blushes from Benefit. I've got a Posy tint, a Cha Cha tint, and I believe this is the Lolly tint. Yes. And then I've got 3, what are these? Milani baked eyeshadows. I've got some Luminoso, some Rose Dorio, and that kind of thing. And then I've got some 2 Too Faced Love Flushed blushes chilling over here. I've got I Will Always Love You, and what is this one? Baby Love. So as you can see, these are heart-shaped, and they fit like perfectly in this organizer. So, you know, most things will fit in these organizers. You can make it work, most definitely. The only thing that won't fit, and these don't really fit anywhere, so it's not just this organizer, but pretty much any organizer you buy, these boxed blushes by Benefit will not fit in them, just because they're so thick. So, you know, these really don't fit anywhere, so that's the best way that I found to store them, is just in the front. And this next drawer is probably my favorite drawer because it's the most full. And again, I have one of these cosmetic organizers from Sunny Cosmetics in here. And this is the larger one for the larger compacts. As you can see, I have my bronzers and highlighters in this drawer. So to begin with, I have some MAC Mineralized Skin Finishes. I've got Perfect Topping, Cheeky Bronze, Global Glow, and then I've got a limited edition one here, Adored, that I got at ACCO. I've got MAC Oh Darling, and then some from the limited edition Cinderella collection that came out last Christmas. And then next I've got my Becca, these are all highlighters, by the way, and then over here I'll get to my bronzers. And then next I've got my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors in Opal and Champagne Pop. And then these are the pressed versions or the powder versions of the Shimmering Skin Perfectors. And then I also have 2 little baby ones here. These are the poured. So it's just like a cream highlight. So I like to layer these with other powder highlighters. They just look beautiful. And then back here I've got 4 Bobbi Brown Shimmer Bricks. I've got, let's see, Lilac Rose, Nectar, Apricot, and Beige. I forgot I had that. I need to use that more. Oh, and then I have more Bobbi Brown highlighters here. I just got these at Christmas time. I skipped out on these last year and I regretted it. So when she came out with these again this year, I was like, you know what? I got to get my hands on those. I'm not going to miss them again. And this is highlighting powder in the shade Pink Glow. And then I also have Bronze Glow. And then these are my 3 Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders. I love the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders. They are so, so nice. I love everything about these powders. So I've got Diffused Light, Dim Light, and Radiant Light, I think. Yes, Radiant Light. And then I've got 2 Laura Mercier highlighters. I have the one in Indiscretion and Highlight 01. And then next I've got 3 ColourPop highlighters here. I've got Wisp. And what is this one? Highly Wasted and Stole the Show. So I love those. And these are kind of smaller, so I like to fit other things in here. So I've got this little mini Becca Opal, what is this? It's a shimmering skin perfector, but it's like the liquid version. So not to be confused with the pressed version or the poured version. This is like in a squeeze tube. So I keep that in here. And then I've got a little mini Benefit High Beam. And then I've got the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Highlighter. And then I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Highlight, and this is in Riviera. And then I have my Mary Luminizer by The Balm. And as you can see, I've got one little slot back here that is just waiting to be filled. I don't have a highlighter to put there, but I will soon, I am sure. So then next, these are all bronzers. I've got the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light. I've got a MAC, this is from the Wash and Dry collection. This is in the shade Delicates. And then this is from the C one that was like water, and this is called Delphic. And then I've got the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Give Me Sun. I've got the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. Bobbi Brown, this is the bronzing powder in medium 2. I've got a Kat Von D bronzer. I've got my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil that is very well loved, as you can see. I love this bronzer. It's the only thing that I've hit pan on, like almost in my entire makeup collection, except for maybe a few eyeshadows. This is the only product I've hit pan on. That shows you how much I love it. And then I've got a ColourPop bronzer here in the shade Aphrodisiac. I've got a little mini Too Faced. This is the regular chocolate Soleil. The other one was milk chocolate. This one's just the regular chocolate one. This is just a little like mini size. And then I've got my MAC Taupe Shape contouring powder. And then I've got some drugstore ones. I've got the NYC, let me see if I can. I've got the NYC Sun and Bronze and the NYX Sun Kissed Radiant Finishing Powder and a cream bronzer from Sonia Kashuk. Here I have more products, but these are larger, like when I say larger I mean like huge, bronzing compacts. So I've got the Mirage Filter by Marc Jacobs back there. I've got the NARS, oh, if I can get this. I've got the NARS Guy Bourdain palette that came out, I think 2 years ago now. Was it really 2 years ago that I got this? I think maybe it was. But that is that right there. I've got, and then I've got my Anastasia contour kit. And then, oh, I've got a Urban Decay Illuminating Beauty Balm. Oh, I've got my Chanel, ooh, you guys know what I'm talking about. The Bronze Universal. Ooh, I can't get that out right now. It's the Chanel Cream Bronzer. And then I've got, okay. And then I've got this huge bronzer by Marc Jacobs in the shade Tantric. As you can see, it is ginormous. Next, I have my lipstick drawer. Lucy. Lucy. That's my cat. Her name is Lucy. Lucy kitty. Okay, anyway, next is my lipstick drawer. And I used to display these organizers on top of my desk, but once I got the once I got these Sony Cosmetics organizers, I was able to free up a ton of space in my drawers, and I was able to consolidate drawers, and it left me with a completely empty drawer that I did not have before, so that is awesome. It gave me a ton more room to put all of my lippies in. So I've got these acrylic organizers. This one I got off of Amazon it's from By Allegory. And it holds all of my lip glosses and some lip pencils. So I've got some ColourPop lippy sticks and ColourPop lippy pencils in here. Let's see. What else? I've got my Anastasia liquid lipsticks, vintage. I've got, which one is this one? Spicy, Pure Hollywood, and what is this? Sad Girl. And then all of these are Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses. No, sorry, I lied. This is a Stila liquid lipstick in the shade Beso, just a good red. And then these are all my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses. And here, as you can see, I'm a big fan of brown lips. So I've got a few of those, and then I've got my Too Faced Melted liquid lipsticks. These are Melted Candy, Melted Violet, and Melted Nude. I've got a little Dior Lippy Fluid Stick. I love these so much, and you can't see anything that I'm doing, can you? Okay, but yeah, no, I love these Dior Fluid Sticks. They are pricey, but they're really nice. And then I've got my, this is one of them. I have two of these. This is the YSL Tintin Oil, and I've been loving those recently, so the other one is in my handbag. And then I've got 3 Gerard Cosmetics lip glosses, and these are actually pretty old. They've completely changed their packaging on these lip glosses. That's, you know, within the last few years. So, and then over here back to the front, I've got more lip pencils, chubby sticks, that kind of thing. And these are mainly drugstore. Actually, yeah, this is all drugstore except for this one. This one's Bite Beauty. But yeah, I've got all of my NYX lip liners in here. And then I've got some L'Oreal Le Matte lip creams. And then next I've got my more affordable lip glosses. There's some high-end in here. Again, I've got some Bite Beauty. I also have this one from Buxom. And then I've got some Revlon, NARS. Some of my favorites are these Sephora cream lip stains. I love these cream lip stains from Sephora, and the color selection is awesome. And then over here I have all of my NYX lip butter glosses and butter lipsticks, as well as the soft matte lip creams. What else in here? This is kind of frustrating to me because everything is sitting up in an organizer all nice and neat, and then I've got like this pile of crap here. I mean, you know, not crap, but it just like bothers me that it's not like sitting up. But it won't, like the MAC lip pencils and the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks, if they are standing up in one of these, this drawer will not close because the product is too tall. So that's really frustrating. But, so that's what all of this holds. That's NYX. Anyway. So that's what this holds, are all of my lip products that are too tall or won't fit in an organizer. So for example, I've got these Marc Jacobs lipsticks. These are kind of an awkward shape. As you can see, they're not square, but they're not round either. They're like round square, and these will not fit in my organizers. So I've got some Kat Von D liquid lipsticks in here, MAC lip pencils, a Bite Beauty lip balm. I've got an Hourglass lipstick in here. I've got a Sephora lip pencil. This is one of their new ones that I just got very recently. So yeah, I've got MAC, Cork, Oak, Mahogany, Chestnut, Whirl. I have a ton of MAC lip liners. They're like my favorite formulation of lip liner. But then I've got all of my MAC lippies right here, and I'm going to do a separate video on those, so I'm not going to go too much into those. But basically I have all of my MAC ones sitting there and 3 limited edition ones. And then I've got some YSL back there, some NARS, Kat Von D, Makeup Forever. And then back there in the very, very back, I've got all of my drugstores, and that's mainly NYX, Maybelline. I think I've got some Wet n Wild back there too. So yeah, that is my lippy drawer. This next drawer is a little bit of a hot mess. This is not how I want to organize this drawer, but it is what it is for now. So here at the front, I have all of my makeup palettes. all of my eyeshadow palettes. I've got some Z palettes up here. I've got my Lorac Pro 1 and 2 palette. And then I've got the Naturally Pretty palette from IT Cosmetics. I've got some Too Faced palettes. My little customizable Bobbi Brown palette that actually needs 2 more shadows in it right there. I've got 2 Tarte palettes. I've got these 2 NARS duos. And then I've got my little e.l.f. palette that I used in my drugstore video. That's super pretty. And then I've got 2 limited edition MAC palettes here. This one was from the Cinderella collection, and this one was from the Riri collection, the Riri Hearts MAC collection. And then I have another one of these fancy schmancy Christian Dior. And this is going to look a hot mess for now. I will just have to organize it again later. Okay, moving on behind my eyeshadow palettes, right here I've got my L'Oreal Infallible shadows, and then over there I've got some loose pigments and glitters. These are 3 random MAC shadows right there. Behind that are all Makeup Geek pigments, and then I've got some Maybelline paint pots, not paint pots, what are they called? Color tattoos. The Maybelline color tattoos, and then I've got some Bobbi Brown, what are these? Bobbi Brown cream shadows. And then over back, this is an empty lip gloss lipstick holder thing that needs to be filled up, obviously, so it's just chilling in there for now. And then I've got all of these eyeshadow crayons, mainly NYX. I've got 1 Makeup Forever in here that I got in gratis. And then these are all of my glitters. I've got glitter liners from Urban Decay. I've got 2 pigments from MAC. I've got Reflex Gold and Reflex Pearl. I've got some LA Splash glitters, Sephora glitters. So yeah, that is that drawer. Okay, on to the last drawer of my makeup collection, and this drawer is probably the most messy, and I don't really dig in here too often because it is my foundation drawer. I pretty much dig in here twice a year. Once in the summer when I'm really tan, and then once in the winter when I'm really fair. I kind of switch out all of my foundation shades according to what skin tone I am. So, right here I pretty much have all of my drugstore foundations. I've got the L'Oreal Lumi foundation. I've got some CoverGirl 3-in-1, and then I've got some loose powders here from the drugstore. The e.l.f. HD powder, this NYX HD powder, and my Maybelline Stay Matte. And then this is a Maybelline Matte and Poreless with a MAC pump on it. And then back here I've got more high-end face products and concealers in here. I've got Sephora, NARS, Makeup Forever Ultra HD that I love, some Too Faced BB primer. I've got another Makeup Forever Face and Body in a darker shade. I've got a Tarte primer. I've got 2 of these Estee Lauder Double Wears that I love to wear during the summer. I've got a Bobbi Brown foundation stick. I've got some, this Tarte Full Coverage Powder Foundation. I've got Urban Decay. I've got NARS. This is the Luminous Face Powder. Oh, that's my Too Faced Cocoa Powder. What is this? Oh, this is NYX. What is this then? Is this NYX too? Yeah, both of these are NYX HD powders. Huh. Who knew I had both of these? Not I. Okay, and then over there to the right, I've got some concealers, some Cargo, some L'Oreal, some LA Girl, some Maybelline, and then back there I have some spare primers and some foundations and stuff that did not stand up because they're too tall, and again, the drawer won't close if they're standing up, which that is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation and the Dior BB Cream that I've got right there. Those are pretty much just laying down because they are too tall and couldn't shut the drawer if they were standing up. And then back there in this little tin, I've got some face primers. Little mini travel sample size face primers. Alright you guys, that is the completed makeup collection. A lot of this stuff I have purchased with my employee discount or I've gotten as gratis. And I am a makeup collector, a makeup junkie. If you guys know me, you know that I am absolutely obsessed with makeup as evidenced by my collection. I love makeup and it's what I do, it's my hobby, and I think it's really, really fun. and it brings me joy, so that's why I have so much of it. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. I will have it linked somewhere on the screen, a little button to subscribe, as well as it linked down below in the description box. And I will try to find as many things on the internet and link them down below as possible. Like, I'll link the desk, I will link to Sony Cosmetics, because that is definitely the key to success in makeup storage and organization. And yeah, I guess that is it for today, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.